previously on Talk That Talk.
Themselves, and that for that to be their only being. Now, what your other question was is like, let's say I pledged TBS and then went to pledge a D9 organization, as many do, or vice versa. I think that yes, in a sense that happens to turn your back on one organization as opposed to the other. But I do think that the root of that is, what was your why in the first place? Or more so, was it out of convenience of just wanting to have something, as opposed to, or in lieu of that other something that you're really wanting or attaching yourself to? What is and that goes back to, like I said, what was your why in the beginning?
You were absolutely right, Maya. You just touched on something that we haven't talked about. It's a lot of nosy ass people that just want to know what we do. And that's why they join these organizations. They'll get their ass whipped for months just to find out, cross, and then you never see them again. And it's always funny, y'all, because we all know. I mean, let's go there. Maya, you open the can of worms, I'm going there. Because everybody like to talk about their process, right? Everybody, my process is so hard, all that. We can have that debate. But at the end of the day, it be the people that got their ass whipped the most that be the most horrible members of these organizations. It's like it all stopped after they got that ass whipping. And then, or talk down to somebody that'll say, oh, you're not whipping my ass to join this organization, and be amazing bros in the organization, community serve, everything else. You get to a point, especially when you get older, well, all that shit that I don't want to cuss. I got yelled at by my wife. Sorry. All the things that we used to hold near and dear as undergrads, that stuff don't mean nothing, or not as much as you get older. I don't care how much you got your tail whipped. I do care what you're doing. Are you working hard for Omega? Are you upholding the tradition?
Exactly.
Are you doing the things that it means to be in all these great organizations? Because yes, there's competition. I am not a fan of Alpha Phi Alpha, but I am a fan of what Alpha Phi Alpha means to the Black community and what Alpha Phi Alpha does for Black people. And that's the same with every last one of our organizations. We are all here to uplift our race. That is the purpose of every single Divine Nine organization. You can say all these other things, scholarship and all that. Your job is to make sure that the Black folks that's coming behind you are continuing to uplift the race financially, from a support standpoint. That's why D9 is a thing. We work together for a reason, because our job is to uplift the Black experience. So, Maya, you got that Nostradamus going today. Mm-hmm. Nostra Boo Boo Kitty. That's your new name. Nostra Boo Boo Kitty.
Oh my God. Nostra Boo Boo Kitty. That's a bar, bro.
Right. Put that on a shirt.
Yeah, right.
Oh God.
I agree.
I don't know if I want to put that one on the shirt. Oh, by the way,
They got a VIP shirt.
Okay, I got you. By the way, though, your stuff should be at the crib. By the way,
I think it's here. I haven't checked my mailboxes, but yeah. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. So, and Maya definitely touched on it, because I've been so many places and seen so many things, and I think it's very interesting where Maya came from, because it's very interesting sometimes when we do see those brothers or sisters of KK Psi or Tau Beta Sigma or Phi Mu Alpha or Sigma Alpha Iota, and they're just like all the all active and doing everything, and then all of a sudden they go pledge Q or Alpha or SG Rho or Zeta or anything, and then we just never see them. Go ahead, Rick.
But that's a cultural thing, Julie. Like, I want to play devil's advocate here. I by no means think that a person should join two organizations and forget about one and focus specifically on the other. But let's look at it, y'all. Let's not look at it from a Black Greek perspective. Let's just look at it from an organizational perspective. I'm in KK Psi and Phi Mu Alpha. Once you graduate from Norfolk State, there is no graduate chapter of Phi Mu Alpha. We have alumni associations, but they can't initiate anybody. They aren't running the fraternity. And our fraternities, our panhandle organizations, graduate chapters run those organizations, not these undergrads. So there is a future in Omega and Alpha and Zeta. There's not a future in Phi Mu Alpha or KK Psi. We look back and we say, I love my experience there. Yeah, I'm probably in an alumni association with some brothers or something. But at the end of the day, I am no longer an active member of those organizations, no matter how much I love them. Whereas with us, we know when we graduate, like bros always tell you, the work just started, young fella. You got a long life of being financial, like Mario said. The money is there. He may not be active with his time, but his finances is there. He supports his chapter financially. That's important. I do too. I'm an active member of Tau Iota chapter here in Connecticut, in Hartford. Bros was at my house this weekend. We had a cookout. So that, I think that's the biggest difference between the band organizations and music organizations and these D9 is that we do have a future. I'm going to be Omega. I'm going to be Phi Mu Alpha. I'm going to be KK Psi. I'm going to be Mason. I'm going to be and TBS the rest of my life. But at the end of the day, I can throw this Omega hat on and go to my chapter meeting and do all the things, that it means to be Omega. And I can't do that with all the other fraternities and sororities. So.
Okay. Word.